And then, of course, there is the third, which tends to put the whole of its emphasis upon the Holy Spirit. Isn't it amazing how ready we all are to go astray and to fall into error? Isn't it our one and only comfort this evening that we are His workmanship, and that He who hath begun a good work in us will perform it? If He didn't go on with it, we'd all go astray somewhere or another. And here it is, you see, some Father only, some Son only, some the Holy Spirit only. They again want power or something like that. They're interested in experiences or in power or in something like that. And therefore they go instinctively to this doctrine of the Holy Spirit. It's a very subtle danger, this. I don't know that this is an occasion, perhaps, for personal confessions, but I am very well aware of this third danger, because I once spent a certain amount of time in it myself. In other words, you can be interested in the doctrine of regeneration without seeing the absolute necessity of the atonement. And there are many illustrations of that in this country today. There are people who can talk quite rightly and soundly about rebirth, being born again, regeneration, life from God, but they don't believe in the atonement. They're conscious of a need of new life and of new power, and they see that it's offered. Yes, but they go directly there. They bypass the cross. There are people who talk about being in contact with the living Christ through the Spirit, who again bypass Calvary entirely and see no substitutionary atonement. It's a most subtle danger. Well, it's just my business tonight to remind you that there are those three possible errors and dangers unless we are very careful. But each one of them is wrong. Each one of them, you see, has a modicum of truth and a certain amount of truth, and that is what makes them dangerous. There is nothing so dangerous as to exaggerate a part of truth into the whole of truth. What these three say is quite all right, except that they leave out other parts which are equally vital and essential.